Hey, y'all, I want you to listen to this. This is, they're waiting on the Senate vote for the bipartisan, meaning rhinos and Democrats on the border bill. It has more problems than you can imagine. It takes power away from the president. It puts power in local municipalities and counties to decline to build walls in their sectors. It steals the president's power. I want you to hear this. And this is one of the Democrats' favorite talking heads. I like to call her fuckface because she is.
Congressman Garamendi, Democrat from California, on just a short time ago on America's Newsroom, and he was asked, have you read it? And he's like, no, absolutely not yet. It's going to take some time to do that, but the American people are sliding in their support. So something's happening.
Yeah, he absolutely has to sign this. There's really no other option. He can't.
Yes, he doesn't have to sign it. He can declare a state of emergency and tell you guys to go pound sand up your pretty little ass. And hopefully he will do that. Because women like you little fucking talking head bimbos, just absolutely piss me off to no end. Because you always try to paint Trump into a box. He don't have to do a fucking thing. The only thing he's got to do is dig out the veto stamper and stamp veto across the motherfucker, declare an emergency, and you all are fucked.
Shut down the government again. I think he may try the executive route, but I think that would be a bad move because
the Democrats won't be able to stop him.
In order to do this, he has to seize a lot of private property. And if you do it through Congress...
The court already authorized him to do so, you stupid fucking cunt. This is Kat, T-I-M-P-F. She's a fucking bimbo.
Congress, there are protections, or rather authorizations, that protect the government and allow them to do that. If you do it through executive power, those aren't there. And lawyers...
Yes, they are there. She's lying. Look at her fucking face.
Would have a field day and could kind of kill the whole thing. So doing it the executive way could really backfire on Trump.
It's so interesting, though, to see people sliding toward that support for the wall, because it may be feeding into this, Melissa. Let's take a look at the latest Gallup poll for the President of the United States. His approval is back to pre-shutdown levels, back at 44% approval right now.
Actually, it's 50.
It was at 37%. Prior to that, and that number on the bottom is from October, way before the shutdown. It was at 44. How do you account for this?
Well,
I can't.
It has to do with the State of the Union address that he gave. I mean, if you looked at the way that people received
There's another one.
I think the larger media
Dana,
tries to present it like he's
I'm not even
trying
going to listen to these fucking cunts. Okay, folks, looks like Democrats spent 1,100 pages of how many ways we can fuck over the president and steal his powers. And keep the drug money flowing and the cartels flowing, because after all, Democrats, that's another one of their slush funds. You know what I find funny about this? Is the second day that Trump took office, and I've been banned ever since 1,000 different ways because I said this. I said, find their slush fund and you'll break their back. And evidently it must have stuck in his head at some point, because Mick Mulvaney took care of the Consumer Protection Bureau and got that back under wraps. They had nobody to oversee them. They were a rogue agency, kind of like the FBI and the DOJ, when in December, before Trump took office, they got a renewal on all their fucking money and their spying techniques, the Patriot Act. I knew that was a screw-up. And Trey Gowdy swallowed it like a fucking fish with a worm on the hook. And we were done. So what'd they get out of that? 10 years. We can't take their funding. They don't even work together. They work together to fucking undermine a democracy that they don't agree with. That's what the FBI, DOJ, State Department, NSA were doing. And all four of those kept saying, oh, Russia interfered in our election. That's not what happened. I think we've all figured out by now that Seth Rich downloaded that onto a zip drive because it was just too much to put over the internet. There was no way he could do it at the time. And he was a Bernie supporter, but he worked for Hillary Clinton, because when Bernie sold out to Hillary, because he didn't want his wife prosecuted for fraud. How's that going anyway? I haven't seen anything on that. Did the bitch get off on making a fraud accusation that she had $9 million up from outside sources to get a loan from the bank that the $9 million never fucking existed? Yeah, Bernie Sanders' wife. Okay? His son lost the election because he tried to put him up there. I think we had enough of Bernie Sanders. He's had one job in his entire life, and he couldn't even fucking do it right. That's why he's been on the public dole for the last 30 years. Elizabeth Warren, Fakeahontas. She got scholarships. She's gotten money. She's gotten a bar, a license to practice law under the presumption that she was Indian. She's not. Why isn't her law license being pulled? Seems to be a thing with lawyers in Washington. Barack Obama had his pulled. Michelle Obama had hers pulled for insurance fraud. Hillary Clinton had to give hers up. Bill Clinton had to give his up. Maybe it's time we stop putting lawyers in the White House and kept putting businessmen. Seemed to work this time, didn't it? And, you know, and here's a question for everybody out there, and you can leave your comments and stuff in the bottom of this. Who are we going to put in there next as president to maintain America, to save America? Who else has earned that spot in your mind? I can think of 4 men. I think of Devin Nunes. He's a little weak. He could use some balls, but he did call it for what it was. Jim Jordan, and I love him. He's like a pit bull in the backyard. Louis Gohmert would make a great vice president because he's truthful, he's honest, he's upfront, and you don't treat people like shit in front of him because he will jump your ass. He saved Star Parker's ass when Senator Cohen, a little bald-headed prick, was demanding an apology from Anita, or from Star Parker, because she exposed that most of these abortion clinics are in low white areas. They're all in black, impoverished areas. Genocide. She was saying these fuckers are in our neighborhoods for genocide. And she was correct. And Louis had to jump all over Cohen because he was being a fucking dick. Of course, most Democrat men are a dick. Look at Elijah Cummings. I am a United States Senator, and I didn't cover up for Lois Lerner. Right. Right. You got busted on that in spades. Meanwhile, in your district, you're one of the poorest fucking districts in the United States. You've been robbing your black people so fucking long you wouldn't know what it was like to actually go out and pick up a fucking hammer and work a job, Mr. Cummings. This is what blows me away the most. We know where the bodies are buried, and mainstream media is strangling us to where we can't reach out to you people and show you the proof. Media can say anything. Obama made sure of that in 2012. He made sure it was okay for the media to lie to the American people. There's an actual executive order on this. Okay? So here we are in 2019, and our conservative voices are being shut down, turned out, locked up in Facebook jail, told that we don't have First Amendment rights to free speech. They want our guns because somebody stole a gun and shot 12 fucking kids. Well, you know what? You don't see a Republican holding up one of those fucking dead kids to say it's okay for guns, or it's okay for gun control, or that the NRA was involved. These are fucking people flowing across the border. These are gang members. This is what the Democrats are supporting. And if you American people cannot see that, you deserve to live in socialism. But I'll tell you what, I will not go down without a fight. I will not go quietly in the night. Leading the
So here we
People's
go.
Party.
So here she was giving a speech about, she was talking about income inequality, which Boy, talk about your flawed messenger, huh? Somebody who acquires $100 million while in office. You know, let's remember what Truman said. There's the only kind of people who get rich while working in government office are criminals.
Yep. And think about this, too. Guess who got the first contract on that light rail out in California? That's right, Nancy Pelosi's husband. He cleaned up in the millions on a rail system, now has had the plug pulled on it, and they don't want to return the $3.7 billion that we gave them to build the son of a bitch. Can you believe that? California is so fucking whacked out with Pelosi, Kamala Harris, Adam Schiff. You have the dirtiest pot of shit out there for politicians in the entire country. Nobody else has that many dirty politicians in one state.
That's what Truman said. I didn't make that up. So she amassed $100 million since she's been in Congress. So
yeah, and you know where the money gets laundered for drugs and shit? In the fabric district. Where's that? Nancy Pelosi's district. Up in New York. Where does the drug money get laundered? In Chuck Schumer's district. Behind little pizza parlors and restaurants and things like that. You know what happened? And I'm going to say this straight out. Hillary Clinton taught the government how to be the mafia. The mafia's techniques, the mafia's money laundering, prostitution, gambling, child sex trafficking, porno industry, all of that is lucrative money. And that's where the Democrats get their money from. They don't get it from little small donors like you and me, $5, $10 here, because they'd never be in fucking office. They get their money from teachers' unions, that they steal the money from the teachers, and that was one of the court cases that went to trial, last year, that you don't have to have your money donated to the teachers' union, that they end up funneling it to a candidate that you don't like. So they took a big smack on that one. And then they get their money through carpenters' unions, because union used to mean something. Back when I was a union worker for Chrysler, it meant something. It meant that I had somebody that was going to do bargaining for me for my wages, make sure I couldn't be fired for doing something stupid, that isn't worth fireable on. If you're drunk or something like that, yeah, you get canned, and that's the way it is. But they couldn't fire me because she didn't like me. Well, that's not what today's union is. Today's unions are mini mafias. If you don't go along with their program, you don't get called out on a job. I've seen carpenter workers pay their union dues and then go, well, shit, I hardly made any money on that job by the time I was done paying my union dues and the taxes that were taken out on me, because the Democrats love a high tax rate. No. And when I moved to Wyoming and I found out what a right-to-work state was, and I got involved in running our own business, I was glad to see right-to-work for 3 main reasons. 1, if they're fucking up, I don't have to give them a reason to fire their ass. I don't have to go through courts. I don't have to go through fighting with unemployment or any of that. If they're a fuck up, they're gone. Secondly, it is my business, and I should be able to decide who and when works for me at any given moment. If I think you're not performing your job, if you're causing problems with other employees, I want to be able to get rid of your ass without 9 months in a fucking courtroom. And thirdly, union money is dirty money. That's dark money. Union money is the dark money. It's not corporations, because there's millions of corporations. And all of them have their own agendas. That's fine. But teachers and unions, they have one agenda. And that is to make the most money doing the least amount of work and teaching our children to be socialists. And I know you're going to think I'm crazy on this, but I'm going to tell you, it's called Agenda 21, and it was Vision 2020 20 at one time, and now it's Vision 2030. You'll see it happening on your local levels. Your planners are taking more power away from the landowner or the property owner. They're fining you for stupid shit like having your daughter-in-law plugged into your house because they're having renovations at theirs and they're living in the camper till the renovations are done. That's what it is. It's control. And Democrats love control. They love power. And that's what they live for. And this bill here, please, President Trump, do not sign it. Just kick it off to the, go through it, get your best talking points out of it, and then throw it in the, file it in the round cabinet. Because it's, 1,100 pages of fucking how many ways can we steal the president's power, and then we'll restore them when we get a Democrat president. See? And, that's how I think about that. And let's see what else we got here. Let's go a little further, and then I'll stop. Well, I'll stop this
Great
video.
to be here. Thank you. We've had a pretty good run, these next guys and me.
How is our president doing? I think he's doing great. He mentioned a senator in Texas there, Babin. He is one of our good guys for the trucking industry. He has come up with a couple of really good bills that never made it out of committee and out of the House because Democrats don't like truckers. Okay, they think truckers are the lowest forms of people there ever was. And they forget that their bathroom tissue that they wipe their ass with comes in VI trucker. So anyway, let's go back to the president's address. I'm stoked. He is rocking it out, and the Democrats don't even have a viable candidate. They've got some snatch bags that think they're going to steal the woman vote. Kamala Harris. Ever watched her in committee? What a fucking cunt. She's mean to everybody. And she'll get up and storm out like a 2-year-old child with Cory Booger Eater when they don't like the way the committee is rolling. Okay, well now they're all in charge of these committees. And if you watched anything, watch the one from the other night. Whitaker. In front of Nadler, who's now chairman. It used to be like Grassley. What a world of difference there. Needle Dick Nadler is what I call him because he's pathetic. And what happened to the Democrat Party? They used to be, for the working man, or so they said, but yet they're not working for the working man. They're working for the illegal voter. They want to increase those seats in the House. They want that drug money and that human trafficking money and the child sex trafficking and rape trees. They're all okay with that shit. You know why? Because it makes them money. They got their fingers in that fucking pie. Nancy Pelosi's district, Fabric District, is money laundering facility for the drug cartel out of Mexico. I'm sure Chuck Schumer has his up there in New York as well. You guys want to get smart? Quit listening to Main Street media. Look it up. Epoch Times, they're good. Sean Hannity gets a little out there, but he's right. Alex Jones, they've tried to get rid of him, but he's still managing to get his message out. These fuckers are in deep shit. And if they think for 1 minute they can run against Trump legally, ethically, and win, they're in dreamland. So they're going to do something else. They're already sitting in their little garages all across America filling out ballots. And I think they're going to push Kamala Harris and Joe Biden is the way I'm seeing it. Although Kamala is just, she's so fucking disgusting to begin with. She smokes pot. She smokes woolly Willie Brown's pipe. That's how she got a fucking job after being a stupid fuck-up prosecutor in California. Okay, and then you got crazy Elizabeth Warren. That's Hillary's pal. Hillary 2.0. Gillibrand, she would have sucked Trump's dick for fucking money to vote for her campaign. Don Jr., remember when he was saying it? He was going, I couldn't get the bitch out of the fucking office. She was there every day. One campaign contributions. Okay? These are all pretty pathetic women. I mean, I hate to say it, but I wouldn't put a woman in the White House if you fucking paid me. Not from a Democrat Party. Probably not from a Republican Party, because you know what? Women have too much soul. They don't have a taste for war. This is why Thomas Jefferson once said petticoats and politics don't mix. And I think he had something to say to that. I'm a woman and I can do anything I want to do, but, you know, I still want a man as my leader. Come on, Trump, baby!
Where do these people come from? Where do they come from?
Right here. Now run them off.
They go back home to mommy.
Yep.
They get punished when they get home.
Go back to the basement. Get back to the basement. Like that basement? Guys can smoke dope and fuck all night long, and according to Latina flag ass,
Now,
and
you really
we'll still
need
send you a
to finish
paycheck.
that wall because we built a lot of it. Finish that. But before we get to the wall, so VA accountability and VA choice. Accountability. We couldn't fire anybody from the Veterans Administration.
That's
We
why they
couldn't
left
fire
up
anybody.
government
They
jobs.
could treat our veterans badly. We had to take it. Now you get rid of them. And VH.
They were leaving veterans in the fucking showers dying. Okay, but yet they spent $1 million, or what was it? Yeah, like $1 million on some fucking bullshit statute outside the VA hospital under the Obama Pimp Boys presidency. Of course, the director of the VA, it was his daughter.
Choice. They'd wait online for days and weeks. They couldn't see a doctor. Now they go out. They have a choice. They get a private doctor. They have things taken care of, and we pay their bill. They've been trying to get those two things fixed for many, many decades, many years.
About 40
We got it
years.
fixed. We also passed the Farm Bill for our wonderful farmers, ranchers, and growers. We just got it passed. And that wasn't easy, but we got it passed. We had to do it. Our farmers are great. So we just got that done. Farmers, ranchers, growers. And we passed historic legislation to combat the opioid crisis.
You know, the only problem with the opioid crisis is somebody's been sucking it too fucking long, because I'm a cancer patient and I have to pretty much beg for my fucking drugs every month. And most time my doctors only want to give me a 2-week supply, and I'm going, really? So when was the last time you had cancer? If I'm a drug seeker, I've never taken this shit before in 55 fucking years. And right now, I'm not doing too well because things hurt that shouldn't normally hurt because of the fucking cancer. I want my drugs. Okay? if you're hooked on opioids because of a back surgery or whatever, it's called NA. Walk through the fucking door. I walked through the fucking door for AA. You can walk through the fucking door for NA.
Thank you.
Rock on, baby!
Is there
Feel the
any
love.
place that's more fun to be than a Trump rally? Is there?
No, not even a Stones concert. You are loved, baby! President Trump is so loved. You know, I had to tweet tonight to Don Jr., and I said, Pop needs to wear a vest. These fuckers are pissed. You got the Democrats that get the money from the drug cartels to continue with the open borders. Trump is in danger. And I hope, it looks like he's a little padded up tonight. So if they're going to fucking shoot him, they fucking are going to have a hard time doing it. Because the arena is only 8,000 people full. And then the other 20,000 are probably outside. But there's security. And that's the point. Our military men are protecting our president. And that's their job. Because there's a lot of things getting ready to come down. And I'm damn sure that half of that damn Democrat Party is going to go with them. It flabbergastes me. Let's go back to our president. I love Donald Trump. I'm 55 years old. I love what they did with his hair. I'm glad his health is great. I love Don Jr.'s beard. I thought that was fucking cool. I love Ted Cruz's beard. We've got to line up our next ones after Trump, because he is the age that he is. But it's never ever going to be another fucking Democrat.
You know, they all said, Mr. President, we loved the tone of your State of the Union speech.
It was awesome.
Some people said it was a great speech. Some people said, really a great speech. I said, but if I ever did that in El Paso, Texas, it wouldn't work here too well. Do you agree?
Oh, look at Nancy Pelosi, that fucking, what do you call it? Skeletor. Nancy Pelosi, the fucking Skeletor. Okay, girls, you can stand up and clap. Okay, girls, you can sit down and sit on your hands. Okay, girls, this is what we need done. You know what bothers me the most out of all of that? Is that these women claim to be independent. They claim to be so outside the realm of a man, but yet they listened to that bony-ass Skeletor and they obeyed like fucking drones.
Nice and calm. No, that's not what you're looking for. And this is more fun. This is fun.
Damn right it's more fun. We love you, President Trump! Mwah!
And we just signed groundbreaking criminal justice reform into law. Nobody thought that was going to be happening.
Don't trust that Mitch McConnell, though, because he's another Paul Ryan. And his old lady Elaine Choi is about as fucking useless as a nail in a fucking Eskimo igloo. Here's your big winner for 2018, Trump. Get the trucking company back on board with you. Get us back online. Get rid of Ray Martinez, get rid of Elaine Choi, and bring us someone who actually fucking understands the trucking industry.
In my address last week, I asked lawmakers in both parties to cross the aisle and join together for the common good for all Americans.
And they won't.
Democrats have to stop being so angry.
That's all they are. They're all pissed. They're always pissed. They hate the fucking country. They hate the fucking laws. They hate the fucking rules. They hate the fucking American worker. They hate every fucking thing that is an American. They hate women. They try to drag them on board going, you women, you're strong, you're great. But you know what? Some of us women actually like our men. You know, we actually like our men. We actually love our men. And the last time I checked, I still like my car door open. I still like my car started. I still like him to get me off first.
And they've got to start being partners to keep this incredible. Really, look, is this an incredible miracle that's going on? We want to keep it going. Keep it going. And it will keep going. It will keep going.
As long as
There's so much to celebrate in our country. The economy, the military, so many things we've done scientifically. The world is trying to copy what we've done. They're not going to be able to do it. Not anymore. They were catching up fast. Now they're going in the wrong direction.
Okay, ladies, where are you at? I'm still on board of the Trump train. I was on board the minute he announced. I was on board probably 6 months before he announced. I knew we had somebody coming down the pike that we could get behind, that we will reclaim America with. And I knew it was nothing in the political world right now. Hillary Clinton, yeah, we just kill people who don't agree with us. And then you got, well, what is it now? Kamala Harris? I'm a fucking cunt. I like to be a fucking cunt. My father was Jamaican and my mother was Indian, but I'm going to claim the black vote because I'm a fucking cunt. Then you got nutty Elizabeth Warren. Is she kidding? You think because you can hold Massachusetts that you're going to take another 9 states? Fuck you. And I didn't even mean to go off on this. I'm going to say this one time and one time only. Without truckers, without bikers, without non-unionized blue-collar workers, we're going to be in trouble. Because they've got voter fraud on their side. They're sitting around right now in fucking garages everywhere across America filling in this. And I'm saying if it wasn't Booker and Kamala Harris, it's going to be Joe Biden and Kamala Harris or any of that. Who knows? But I'm voting Trump. How about you? I'm staying with Trump. You know why? Because I like Trump. He's rough, he's tough, he's a diamond in the buff, but he is my president.
Democrats in Congress responded to my call for bipartisan cooperation by instead choosing really, hey, look, did you ever see anything? Radical resistance. It's the radical left. But maybe it'll change. Maybe it'll change.
Yeah, they already made their claim to fame. It's going to be, fuck America, we need our power, and everybody hates you.
It all has to do with 2020 and the election. But I really don't like their policy of taking away your car, of taking away your airplane flights, of let's hop a train to California, of you're not allowed to own cows anymore. You know, there are a lot of problems.
Cow farts.
A lot of problems.
Oh, sorry, ass little...
But nobody's ever had this. And by the way...
That was so sorry, so flag ass. You know, the sad thing about her is that she probably had to fucking suck her way to get where she's at. It had to be. She didn't do it on her own. And then she's got that weird fucker who goes on Tucker Carlson the other night. Well, we didn't say that. We didn't do that. The Havana, Latina, fucking dick sucker. You know who owned you? The guy that was on Tucker Carlson. You're not even your own woman, bitch.
Way. With us, we handle it. No president should ever have to go through what we've gone through in the first 2 years. It's a hoax, it's a disgrace, and it should never be allowed to happen again.
And that is a fact. And then Adam Schiff wants to... He wasn't happy with the FBI. He wasn't happy with the DOJ. He wasn't happy with anything. And now your Mueller is passing off all of his fucking so-called huge cases. What was it, 35 arrests? Well, 16 of them happen to be Russian agents that will never, ever be on American property to go to court. And then we have all these process crimes. Preet Bharara and Carter Page. Carter Page was an inside fucking snitch for Preet Bharara that Trump fired up in New York. No wonder why they rope his ass up. And then you have... Let's go back because I'm losing my train of thought.
Oh. Just recently, as an example, Senator Richard Burr from the great state of North Carolina, he's chairman of the Senate Intelligence Committee, and they've been investigating this
They've
Russia
been up
hoax
his ass like a
for 2
tube
years.
and found nothing.
Think of it. They've interviewed over 200 people. They've studied hundreds of thousands of documents and pages, and Richard just announced that they found no collusion between Donald Trump and Russia.
Well, we knew better than that. We knew that the Democrats, they were in fucking trouble. They were in such deep fucking trouble. You had Hillary Clinton and the Clinton Foundation fucked over Haiti for what, $6 billion. Got $1 million gift to rapist Bill Clinton from Qatar. Of course, she's got a trillion or $1 billion stashed over there in Qatar. It's there. Just research it, guys. Trust me, it's the fucking truth. She was taking her money offshore. Bill was taking, what was his, well, what the fuck was his non-profit thing? Another $500 billion. Can you guys believe this? And you're still gonna sit back and you're gonna vote for these fuckers? It's almost too funny.
The fact is that the real collusion was between Hillary and the Democrats and the other side with Russia.
Yep.
That's where the
Yes.
collusion is.
It's out there. How's Beto doing tonight? Hey, Beto, how's your night going there, dude? You lost Texas in your only little district, and then you had that Escobar bitch. Fuck you, Representative Escobar. I'll bring her up later. Fucking eyebrow plucking bitch.
Starting to make a lot more sense. But that's where the collision is. With the Democrats and with Russia and with others. And by the way, there's also
Saudi Arabia.
the Democrats and the fake news right here.
Yeah. No, the Democrats, the fake news, Qatar, Iran, $1.5 billion went back to Iran because of fucking pimp ass. Oh, well, it was their money. That was the excuse they gave. Well, it was their money and it was just tied up in our country. Fuck you. And then you got, oh my God, I am so very proud today. My president, hey Pops, I always send shit to your boy, Don Jr. I like the beard. You did great tonight. Let's rock.
And they know it better than anybody.
Rocking out, baby!
Too many Democrats are focused on tearing down their opposition instead of building up our country. They're trying to impose some of the most extreme measures and policies ever put forward by our Congress. And by the way,
oh, tonight was what? We're not going to let you have the beds that you need. So that it's still okay. Here's a really, really cool analogy. When a flower has been pollinated and it goes poof, poof, poof. That's what Democrats want with illegal aliens. They have less than a 5th grade education. Most of them don't speak English. Yeah, they want to work their ass off. But you know what? 76% committed a felony the minute they walked across a fucking border.
wait, I don't think anybody in this room wants to pay 70, 80, 90, and 95% tax. Does anybody want to pay a 90%?
I wouldn't pay fucking 90% if the bitch got on her ass on Osoro's cockroach. And how did these women get into Congress, guys? You've got 2 Muslims that fucking hate America. I'm waiting for the first one to walk in with a bomb on her chest. I hope Nancy Pelosi's close. And then the other one. Oh, Jews with hooks on noses. She gets arrested outside protesting. That is what you consider real women? Those are fucking pigs. Linda Cesaros. Bernie Sanders loves her to death. Flag-ass Latina cunt loves her to death. The Rashad loves her to death. Fuck you. This is America, and you know what we do with people like you? We put your fucking heads on a post outside the square to say, you know what? You don't like America? Get the fuck out. But don't try to subvert her.
You know, you look at what we've done with jobs, what we've done with the economy, how low your taxes are, the lowest they've been almost from the beginning. Who the hell wants to change what we're doing now? We are a hot, hot country. Last week, they introduced a massive government takeover.
Yeah, give me 4 more years, man. Look at what he has done in 2 years. My son is back to work. Our business has never been more profitable in the last 10 years. We still don't like the fucking truck regulations. And this is what I continue to talk to Trump about behind the scenes and get blocked. Because this is an important issue. How does America move forward without people like me? And every time somebody tries to sign onto your page, fuck them off. See who they are. Pull up their page, look it down, I don't know, fucking 3 or 4, 5 years, because then you'll know they're stooges. They're looking for people like us. They're looking for people like Sean Hannity. They're looking for people like Sarah Carty. They're looking for people like LeJune, like all of us.
That would destroy our incredible economic aims. They introduced the so-called Green New Deal.
Green New Deal.
It sounds like a high school term paper that got a low mark. It would shut down American energy, which I don't think the people in Texas are going to be happy with that.
I don't think the people in Wyoming or South Dakota.
It would shut down a little thing called air travel.
Yeah.
How do you take a train to Europe? You know, this...
I don't know. Maybe you take a train to Europe in little fucking Latina cockroach's mind. Camilla Harris, Elizabeth Warren. Please do not get hooked up on the idea that we have to have a woman president. Look what happened to Germany. Look what happened to Spain. Women are fucking useless in power positions. I'm a woman, and I wouldn't vote for it. They're fucking nuts.
This crazy senator from Hawaii, they said, do you like it? Yes, I like it very much. Oh, really? How are we getting to Hawaii on a train?
Well, gee,
She
I
didn't
don't
think
know.
about that one, but she's thinking about it. She'll figure it out.
Oh, Maisie. Maisie's a pineapple fucking head. Because Maisie is a pineapple fucking head. What is it? Gifford? Gabby Gifford? That's who's going to be pushing them. Are you kidding? I would love to just piss all over Maisie Hirono's face. She's such a fucking dumb bitch.
They want to take away your car, reduce the value of your home, and put millions of Americans out of work, spend $100 trillion, which, by the way, there's no such thing as $100 trillion. You have to spend $100 trillion. And remember this, no other country except us is going to do it. That's a little problem, too.
Yeah, no shit.
While the world's real polluters, like China, would get many of our companies and factories, they just move into China, move into other parts of the world. That's the way the system works. Not going to happen, folks. Don't worry. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, baby!
Not going to happen.
They've gone so fucking north.
100 trillion.
They're looking at
Let's
their
spend
ass.
100 trillion. Let's rip down every building in New York City and rebuild it environmentally slightly better. To pave the way for socialism, Democrats are calling for massive tax hikes and the complete elimination of private health care. Many of us have private health care. That means you can stand online for 5 days as you wait for a doctor that is not nearly as talented as your doctor. Remember, you can keep your doctor. Remember that? 28
Yeah.
hours.
Well, now the term is, you can keep your baby if you want to keep your baby. Otherwise, we'll just murder it in the pan.
the so-called fact checkers.
You can keep your baby if you
28
want.
times. You can keep your doctor. That didn't turn out to be what he said. They're coming for your money, and they're coming for your freedom, and it'll never happen, and it won't even come close, folks.
Well, they're trying to, and without our President Trump in 2020, and let's put these fucking hag bags to bed, booger eaters to bed, Sherrod Brown? Are you fucking kidding? Take 5 minutes. 5 minutes. And I want you to listen to Sherrod Brown in committee. And if you still think that motherfucker is worth your vote, please go get stoned. Like Kamala Harris says, you can get high and get drugs legally. Then what? I know, as a business, I'm not going to hire you. I don't care if you're getting stoned at home, alone, or in the back of a fucking drone. I know my truck costs me $200,000 a year, that I own it with insurance, guaranteeing that you're not fucking high behind the wheel. So